Hey guys, it is Amy with Crafts by Aimee, and I don't know if y'all can read this, but it says mystery box. And this is a journal mystery box. There's kind of like a reflection off of the light, but yeah, it's just because of the paper. I mean, not the paper, the tape. Phew, y'all. It has been a long weekend. It has been a weekend of crafting. It has been, yeah, it's been a fun weekend. It's just been a long weekend. And I've got a decently busy week ahead too, so I'm gonna go chill after this. So I did take my label off of my box so that y'all wouldn't see our addresses. I am cutting the tape off of the edge of it because I really like this paper that she sent in. So I'm just cutting the paper edge off of this and stick the tape off of it. And I'm gonna use it for something because it's very, very pretty. So I'm just waiting till the top of the hour. Thank you, Miss Tracy. Waiting till the top of the hour to get started. I am the last crafter today in this event, so I don't have to rush. Hey, Kim, thank you for sprinkling. I am just cutting the tape off of the piece of paper that Victoria had her addresses written on. Because I think it's pretty and I want to save it. I will not forget, Miss Tracy. I promise. And I will not pick a person who is in the event. So it is my time, you guys. It is mystery box time. It's 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. I am the last presenter for the entire event. It has been a 2-day journal mystery box event. If you've missed anybody, please go back and watch in Wendy's group, Dusty Granny's event group. Our hostess is Miss Wendy, Dusty Granny's Crafts by Wendy. She coordinated this all. And Miss Tracy Arledge is her wonderful assistant who has been sharing us today. And we are thankful for that. She helps Wendy out a ton. So let's get into this box, you guys. My box came from Victoria, from Victoria's Design Secrets. And I'm the caboose, like I said, because Wendy saved the best for last. Hey, Miss Wendy. So Victoria taped this up really well, and it actually worked in my favor. So before I even open the box, I'm going to show you guys the stickers that were on it that I was able to save. Hey, Miss Julie, thank you for sprinkling. Victoria put a bunch of these PET stickers on here, and I ripped them off the they were on the tape part, so I was able to rip a lot of them off. This one I got the whole sticker off, but some of the label got stuck on it, but I'm still planning on using these. I have that one. She gave me this cool witch lady. I have a potion bottle. I have a cauldron. I have a moon. I mean, they're really cool stickers. So I pulled them all off so I could keep them for later. So let's just get into all of this tape. Hey, look, I got a pen. This is a jelly roll pen, and I think it is silver. Victoria uses a lot of these in her crafting, so that's kind of not surprising. And this box is heavy, you guys. So, Victoria sent me a piece of cardboard. I think she said that she sent me parts to make a book. So I'm thinking that's what the box is right here. Amy, this is my first mystery box and first junk journal. So please be gentle on my choices. You may use whatever you like, plus the twist, of course. Good luck putting together what I've provided. My results may not be the best, but my intentions are perfect. Have fun, Victoria's Design Secrets. Thank you, Victoria. I'm thinking this is a pouch. Yes, I'm right. It's got glitter on it, you guys. I hope the glitter doesn't come off. Good. It seems to be on there. Hey, Miss Bonnie. So I've got lace. I've got some foam flowers. I think she gave me stickles, you guys. Oh, she did. She gave me stickles. I don't have stickles. Y'all think I have everything in this craft room, but I don't own stickles. But that's also because I don't really totally love glitter. So there's pens. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Let's see what this is. Oh, she gave me a paintbrush. And a piece of a chip. I don't know if I want to use the piece of a chip, but I'll put it over there for safekeeping. She gave me some rhinestones, I think, in different sizes. Some... This is twine, but it's... Oh, it's not twine. It is hemp. I don't have any hemp. She gave me some egg ribbon. She gave me a ton of stuff in here, you guys, just so y'all know. She gave me a palette of... I think these are watercolor paints. They're metallics. She gave me tons of different papers and stuff to choose from. She gave me bits and bubbles. It's like fake snake skin and all of this goodness. Those would be good for cards. This is my twist, so I'm going to put this aside. She gave me bulb pens, which I love the bulb pens. Oh, look at this. She gave me a huge crown. She filled this box, you guys. I'm not even going to lie. It was heavy. She gave me all kinds of cardstock. She gave me bling and pom-poms. I noticed that after, Victoria. I see the label at the top. We've got pop dots. I think that's a highlighter. We've got sparkly tissue paper. And we've got a Fruit Loops box. I might save part of... I mean, it's a couple of Fruit Loops boxes, so I'm probably not going to use all of that today, because that's a lot. I don't think I need all of this. I think I just need one of them. Trying to decide if I want to use this one or this one. I don't think it really matters. I'm trying to see which one is less curled. Hey, Miss Terry. So I am going to cut the box, but I'm not going to cut it to where I can't use it. So I have a ton of stuff from Victoria, you guys. I don't even know where to put it. I'm trying to find places on my table to put this stuff. Okay. I'm going to take all of my paper stuff, all of this, move this. I'm not even going through everything. Oh, it's double-sided tape? Cool. I didn't even look at it. I don't want to waste a ton of time because I am going to have to cut this up. So I'm going to get my trimmer that I use for cutting chipboard, and I'm going to trim this down. It doesn't really matter which way I trim it, I don't think. But I'm just going to trim off the end right now and then figure it out from there. So I'm just going to cut this part off right now. I can get it in here and get it kind of straight. Quite honestly, I've never made a journal out of a cereal box, but I actually do have a cereal box that I saved that I haven't used yet, but it's kind of on the thicker side. Okay. It's not cutting through both sheets of the cardboard, so just ripping that off so that I can kind of cut through the second one. Or not. I mean, is there a blade in there? Yes. I don't know why it doesn't want to cut anything. Hey, Brenda. Hi, Chandra. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Deb. So all I've done so far is cut the top off, and it's not straight right here because it got messed up and I couldn't get it to go through. But we're going to use Miss Lisa Ferguson's method from Fergie's Crafting Connection. We're going to use a ruler and a box cutter to cut the rest of that because it's not straight. And obviously my paper trimmer doesn't want to go through both layers. So I am going to grab my ruler. And this is my Westcott ruler, which I love because it has the cork backing. So it stays. It stays where it needs to be. So I'm just trying to line this up on here at the top as best I can without, actually, you know what? I'm going to line it up on the bottom because I can actually see where the bottom is. And I'm going to line my ruler up with the 11. And I'm going to grab my box cutter. And now I'm going to grab my scissors because it didn't go all the way through. Hi, Lori. Thank you for sprinkling. So I'm just cutting along that edge where that line that I just did with this. I can cut a straight line if I have a line to cut one. Cannot cut a straight line if you just give me a piece of paper and you're like, here, cut this straight. That would never happen. Okay, now we have a straight top. So I'm going to measure this to see how wide the box is. So our box is like 9.25 inches about. Hey, Carlene. Yeah, I've never made one of these before. So I think I'm trying to figure out where it's glued together. So it's glued together right here. So I'm going to get my heat tool and see if I could get it unglued. I don't know if this is actually going to work, but it might. Okay, I think it is going to work. And I might actually get the iron out to flatten this. So that I can work with it a little bit easier. Yesterday I took apart my my first little golden book. Today I'm taking apart a cereal box that I've never done before. So this is interesting. I really only want to keep, I don't really care about most of this, but I kind of want to keep these little cards. I'm kind of being careful with it. I think that would be cool for my Disney stuff. Hey, Miss Heather. How are you doing, dear? Okay. So I am cutting this part off because obviously a book doesn't need two sides. And by that I mean like a back and a spine on two sides. Because then it wouldn't be a book. I am keeping that. Okay. I'm going to go across and cut this off. I have actually cut up cereal boxes for ephemera, but I've never made an actual journal out of one. Hey, look, it's got a Mickey Mouse head on it. So I need to decide what size I want the journal to be. I mean tall, because obviously. And I'm going to cut this piece off right here, I think. And I'm going to cut this off right there, because it's not straight. Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. I don't even know if I've ever seen that whole movie. Okay, so this is really long. It's over 12 inches. So we're going to cut it down because I don't think I'm going to use that big of pieces of paper. Actually, trying to decide now. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do. I can't decide. Okay, one thing I do know is I'm going to get my iron, because it's kind of hard to work with it because it's bent. So I've got my iron. We're going to let this heat up. And I actually think I might leave it this size. I might just need to trim a little bit off of the end right here because of the box, but I think I might leave it this size and use some big pieces of paper that I have, and we can decorate the paper to be our journal with all of the stuff that Victoria gave me. So while it's heating up, I'm going to go through some of the paper she gave me. So she gave me some, I think these are 8x8s. These are like 8x8s. So those are like marble, I guess, is what you would say. These are more florally, and they're double-sided. They're double-sided. These are some smaller ones. These are textured things. I don't know if they're paper or what. Our iron is heated up, though. We have used all of these. Yeah, I think I might do what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some other paper after we iron this, and we'll use all of this to decorate all of the pages in it. So, hey, Mary Ferguson. She gave me some huge frames with the pieces that you can punch out in the middle, some tissue paper, some butterflies, a bunch of different stickers, and rub-on transfers, and wall decor. I'm going to save this for my piece journal. I actually have a journal that I'm going to do with one of those. Ooh. Did you color this? Did you color this yourself? Because I see the jelly pins on here. Did you color that eye? Oh, these are cool. These are iron ones, so I'm going to put those aside too. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, and this is more paper. So it's like cards. These are envelopes. These are cards, you guys. They're just not folded in half. And this is a bunch of cardstock. So that's aside. I'm going to grab my parchment paper and see if we can straighten out this cereal box. Mostly just this like one area where it was curved a lot from being in the box. I don't normally iron paper. I do iron rice paper if I'm putting it in a journal because I have rice paper on a roll, and it makes it kind of difficult to put it in a journal when it's rolling up on you. But I don't usually use that, but this box was very curly. So I think I am going to do that. I think I'm going to leave it this size. I'm just going to trim this piece off the bottom. We might trim these pieces to be smaller. Let's see what size these are. Because I don't... That's interesting. So these should be fine. They're 9 and a little bit, so they're going to be fine. So what I need to do first of all is figure out what we're going to cover this with. I have fabric. Do y'all think we should use fabric on this? I'm thinking cardstock, but I don't know what cardstock I would use. Because all my cardstock is pretty much, words. Pretty much the same size as this. But let's see how big of a piece I would need. Because I might be able to glue together a couple of pieces of, I need to cut this part off. A couple of pieces of cardstock. And then we could, because I need to cover it before I put fabric on it if it's like a lighter color fabric. Because if not, you would completely see through loops through the fabric. So let's see if we can measure this to see what the whole thing would be. So I know I said it was about 9 1/4. Okay. This is 18. 20, 20. It's about 21 1/2 wide. So if I did 2 big pieces, I could do that. Oh, look, I have 2 big pieces of brown cardstock behind me. See, I can't use it to go this way because it wouldn't cover the top, but I think if I do 2 of them like this, we should be able to work on it. So I'm going to put the Fruit Loop box on the floor for a second and see if I can move some of the stuff off my table so I have enough room to actually take these together. Oh, I have so much stuff in this room. I don't have room for anything. But I need to get this off on my table, so. Because I need the room. Making sure everything is closed because your girl has gone to lift this up before when it wasn't closed. And let me just tell y'all, that made a hot mess. I'm going to move this out of my way. And grab my other mat. So I'm just going to tape these 2 together. Let me move some more of this stuff out of my way. My box cutter back up there. That back up there. Everything is precariously, like, done. I'm trying to think of what tape I want to use. It's not really going to matter because you're not going to see it because I'm only taping it on one side. So I think I'm just going to use my masking tape. So I'm just bringing this to the edge of my table. And then I'm going to put a piece of tape on it. And I'm going to grab my scissors to trim. That was not fun, you guys. Wow. Sorry about that. My cord for my charger was on top of where my scissors were. And I was not paying attention, apparently. Sorry for that trip, you guys. Okay. So we've got our tape on. I'm just going to flip it over and we're going to line up another piece of paper next to this. Got pieces, but hopefully it sticks. I need to back up some. I don't have room. I don't have room for all of that nonsense. Okay. Well, I couldn't figure it out, so I'm just folding it over. Hopefully it's not lined up perfectly. I'm not good at this. I've never done this before. This is not my forte. And I do not have enough room on this desk. There is not enough room on this desk for this. Okay, that didn't do a good job. So I don't like it. It's not lined up evenly. So I'm going to peel this off. It's paper tape, so it shouldn't really, I mean, it did rip it a little bit right here, but it shouldn't rip it that much. Because it is paper tape. And I know that I'm not going to get nearly what y'all would think done with any of this, because this is going to take a while to make this cover. If I had a bigger piece of cardstock already taped together, that would have been great. Let's try this again. So one look at this end. Hey, Miss Lisa, I'm trying to tape two pieces of paper together, and it's not working well, but it's gonna have to do. So it just did. Normally I would not do both sides of this, but this is just, it's not well. I just say that. A piece of poster board would have worked better for this, honestly, but I don't have any poster board up here. I don't even know if I have any poster board, period. Okay. So, getting our box back up here. And quite honestly, I do not need this much paper on either side of this. I just need enough to be able to cover the bottom and the top. So your girl is going to attempt to cut off a chunk of this. It's not going to be straight. Because I can't cut a straight line unless there is a line drawn or scored. I think I did a pretty good job though. Okay. So one way you could do this, you could fold this up and then, I am going to end up folding this up, but I'm just going to show y'all. So you could fold it up and then you could fold this in, but you don't want all of this paper here. So you're going to want to cut it at least a little bit so that when it goes to overlapping, it's not as bad. So what I'm going to do first is get my double-sided tape out. It's a good thing I have any rule of this because we're going to need some. And I'm going to flip this over and we're just going to put double-sided tape all over this thing. I don't need my heavy scissors anymore. Happy Flag Day. Oh, that makes sense now. When I was leaving our subdivision to go get dinner last night, I was like, why are all these flags by our front gate? Now it makes sense. So for anybody that's never seen me do a cover before, I like to do tape and glue. I learned this from Wendy because it makes it easier to be able to give yourself some time to move. If you just use tape, you kind of don't have any time to be able to maneuver your surface. Whatever it is that you're trying to tape or glue together. So I usually use 5 pieces. And I might have to come back and trim that part. Usually I don't have my spine together, but today we will. Just because I'm not cutting up the box. We're just going to go with it. And I don't think I'm going to sew things in. I think I'm just going to do the wrapping thing. And I think I might use some embroidery thread. I don't know what it's called. Some embroidery yarn. The stuff that I was using the last time I did something with embroidery stuff. Because I have a pink one and I think that'll work. Because I think I might cover this with that fabric that I've used on another journal, just on the spine. So I am just putting my tape down. I am going to burnish it like in a minute. After I get everything out of my way, we're going to burnish it. Yeah, that stuff. But it's not embroidery. It's like, oh, it's crochet thread. That's what it is. I'm like, it's not embroidery stuff. It's crochet thread. That's what I have. So it's thicker. And I have it in a bunch of colors, so I'll have to see what fabric I have that will fit on this. That I have like enough of. I know I have lace. I could use lace. We could do like pink lace on top of the brown chip cardstock. Okay. Getting out my pokey tool. I will send my name, my name that you need after the live. And it is twist time, you guys. So my twist is here. This is cute. I love this paper. I love French stuff. That's not my twist, though. My twist is in this envelope. My twist is that I have to unfold this. Oh, Christmas ornaments. Okay. We might make these not be Christmas ornaments since this is not my Christmas journal, but we will use them. So we burnished all of our tape, so hopefully it stays down. Now I'm going to peel off all these backing strips off the double-sided tape. And I can see right here that that one is not all the way down right there. So I'm just coming in with my bone folder and pressing down that tape to make sure it stays. And I'm going over the rest of them again to make sure they're all down. I could also do that. We're going to change them. They're not going to be Christmas ornaments per se when we use them. They're pretty though. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, maybe not. I don't know what the heck is going on right now. There. I guess it's because this box is still kind of bent a little bit. I want to make sure my tape is down though, so I am just going to keep using my bone folder to press it down as we need to. For anybody wondering, that tape I got is from Amazon. I think it's 80 feet on that roll. The one that I had before was 2 rolls that had like 30 feet on them each or something like that. This one was basically a similar price. It's just more per roll. And I only ordered 1 roll. But we are in Wendy's group. She does all these mystery box events, and she started a journaling one last year. Was it last year? Was that at the end of the year? I don't know. I can't remember. I've been in so many of Wendy's mystery boxes. I'm bummed that I'm not going to be home the weekend she's doing the next one. I will be out of town that weekend. I will not be home to do it, so. And I won't be in a position where I could do it, even if I was. Like, where I'm going, I won't have time to do it. So, we did that. Now we're going to use glue. I use Beacon 3-in-1 to make sure it is pretty much sturdy. So I'm just going along the whole thing. And then I'm going to go across like this, making sure I get some of it on the cardboard and some of it on the glue strips. I get the Beacon 3-in-1 from Hobby Lobby. My Hobby Lobby does not carry Fabri-Tac. And the 3-in-1 is cheaper at Hobby Lobby than any of that stuff is at Michael's for me. So unless I have a 40% off coupon, this girl is not buying stuff. I do have 30% off, but I'm not buying something that expensive if I don't have 40. That's just how I roll. I'm coming back over here just to make sure I have enough glue. Okay. Now we're going to flip over our piece of board. And I just want to make sure I have enough room on both sides. And obviously I don't have to worry about whether I made this straight or not, because whenever it's an all-in-one piece. If I were doing 2 pieces, I would be worried, but why not? Because it's not. I'm using my bone folder to make sure my glue/tape is sticking down to cardstock. I need to move this out of my way too. And I am going to flip it over, do the same thing. I will figure something else to cover this tape because it needed the tape on both sides. Okay. I'm just going to take my regular scissors to cut these corners. I'm not even measuring this today because measuring everything takes too long. So I'm just eyeballing this. For anybody that's watched me before, y'all know I don't eyeball things, but I am today. And we want to make sure that we can bend our cover. So I'm going to do this right now while it's still where I could move it some if I needed to. Okay. I think we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this up and glue it. And I'm glad I made those markings just now by folding these and then folding the book. That way I have like an idea, I guess, of where I'm going to put them. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. So I'm running glue close to the edge of the piece of cardboard, chipboard, whatever you're using. And then I'm running glue all along this piece. And then I'm folding it up. I need to get my bigger mat out, but I don't feel like it. I don't like having my stuff on my mat because my mat is not really clean. So I like to put my other mats on top of it for things like this. So let's do the top part. And don't worry, I'm going to come in with that bone folder and press down in a second. Just want to get both parts done. And this is just not working. It's just in my way now. And it's making it too difficult to use my surface. And get things flat. Aw, well, I'm glad I'm already in your group. That makes me happy. Thank you for sharing me, Miss Liz. So I'm making sure I can fold this because you don't really want your cardstock to do what it's doing right now. But like I said, this is the first time I've ever done one of these with a cereal box. So it's a learning curve for me. And I'm learning I didn't put enough glue in some spots. I'm grabbing a paper towel because I see some of my glue in the middle. And you don't really want that there because then something's just going to stick to your board. Okay. And yes, my glue is leaking because my bottle was not closed as soon as I should have, but I don't really care anymore. Like I said, I only really use this for my covers. I don't use it to glue anything into my actual journal, so I'm not overly concerned about that. How did your rodeo go yesterday, Liz? I know you said you were going to that after you're finished with your live, or at some point yesterday, in the evening-ish time. Okay, I don't know why that's not laying flat right there. Okay, this does not want to lay flat at all. And I don't know why. I mean, I guess it could be because of the box is bent some, but I didn't think it was that bad. It seems to be staying down now. I'm going to start in the middle. That seemed to be a better option. Start in the middle and work your way to the edge. I have no clue what I'm using on the inside of this to cover the inside. This is coming up. I am not even going to try to shove this bottle in there. So I'm just going to mix glues. I'm just going to mix glues right here at the edge. Okay. Well, now we've got our cover sort of done. I'm going to pull out that lace. I don't know what I'm going to do on this part at the bottom, but let's see what we can get done. So I have pink lace. I don't know if I have enough to cover it, though. I probably have more of the white than I do pink, because I didn't buy a ton of the pink when I got it. I do have that, but I don't really want to use it over that without putting something else in it. So let me think of what else I have that I could use to cover the journal, because I don't want to leave it brown. It's hard to do journals like this because you need a decent amount of fabric for them, and I don't always have a decent amount of fabric for them. Ooh, we might do this. Let's see if this will cover. I don't know how much it will cover this, but we're gonna try, because I got a whole thing of this from Hobby Lobby. It's not gonna cover it, but it'll make it less noticeable, and I think I like that. So just come and put it right at the edge. So I think we're gonna use this. And I am just going to, I have no clue. I hadn't really thought that far in advance. Partly because I just wasn't thinking about it. Because I don't have any pages like, I mean, it's a very big spine. I see how big the spine is. The spine is almost 3 inches. So I try to do like a signature for every half of an inch. So that would be what? I don't do one at the spine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. So 4 or 5 maybe. And like I said, I don't have them ready, but I will go grab the paper that I'm going to use on that. And we can decide what color of the crochet thread we want to use. And hello, Miss Dawn. So let's put that out of the way. My scissors out of the way. I'm not keeping these scraps right here. I'm moving those out of the way. I don't really need my pokey tool anymore, so I'm putting that back in here. I shouldn't need that, but I am going to grab this because it's lace, so you're going to be able to get the glue is going to come through when you're trying to press it down. So I'm going to use this to press it down. And I am going to use tacky glue. So this is Aleene's quick dry tacky glue. I shouldn't put the ruler away. See how big this is. That way I know how much space I need to put glue on. So it's about what, 5 and 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. 5 and 5/8. So let's just put this here. I'm not going to do 5 and 5/8. I'm going to go from a little bit up because this lace right here, this area is about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go up 1/4 of an inch from the edge of the journal. And let me grab my bigger ruler for this because that'll make it a little bit easier. I'm sorry that we're not getting far, you guys, but like I said, I've never done one of these, and so it's been a little bit of trial and error. So I'm going to run some glue here. And I'm just going to move my ruler down, keeping it level along the edge. And then I'm going to put the ruler at the edge and see where I need to go on the top of it. that as backwards. So let's do 5 inches. Let's do 5 1/4. So about here. Okay. So I'm going to try and keep this straight. I don't know if it's going to stay straight, but we're going to try. And then I'm going to fill all this space in with more. It's going to be huge. Oh, strawberry shortcake. I can't wait. I love my strawberry shortcake. I ripped a page in my journal for that. I was trying to put in a waterfall and I didn't do it correctly. And when I went to pull it out, I tore the page, but it wasn't the strawberry shortcake. It was Rainbow Bright. So not that that's any better. It's fine. I'm just saying it's taking a little bit longer, but I don't mind. It'll give me something to work on. And I don't use tacky glue that often, so we're just going to town with the tacky glue, especially on the tape. And so we're going to start at the bottom, and I am going to tape it. I'm going to glue it to the other side too. Like I'm going to fold the edges over so that we have it on both sides. So let's line this up as best we can with the edge. And this is stretchy stuff, you guys. I don't know if I told y'all that, but this is stretchy lace. Okay. So I'm going to have to go up further with the glue, but I think it's going to be fine. I'll just fold it back up there and put more glue under it. So that's all I have to do. Pull it back some and put a little glue. Pull it back some, put a little more glue. And since this glue has to dry, I'll go get the paper so we can work on the signatures. And y'all can help me decide if I want to do 4 signatures or not. I haven't done anything, Tracy, because I haven't really gotten that far into my journal. My twist item are these, but I thought about using them on the cover, but this is as far as we've gotten so far. But I do have them. I just haven't gotten to use them. So we're going to let our glue dry. I'm going to grab paper. Be right back. Hope I don't fall. I don't even know how many pieces I'm grabbing. I'm just grabbing a bunch of them. So these are my pages that I can use in here. So they're going to be big. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could do 8 in each one. So I've got that. I'm just putting the rest of it on the ground for right now. So this would be 1 signature. So let's move our book out of the way to dry. I'm going to grab my scoreboard. These are what is called tabloid pages. So they're 8.5 by 11 times 2. So it's 11 inches this way and it's 17 inches that way. So if y'all have ever seen me, I like to score with my embossing tool, not my bone folder, because I always cut the edge. So I'm just going to do one of these at a time. And this is thick paper, you guys. So I'm just going to 8.5 right here. You could just do this, where you just fold it. Sometimes that works for me. Sometimes it doesn't work for me. Thanks, Carlene and Ms. Bonnie. That was on the clearance section at Hobby Lobby one day. I go there anytime I'm at Hobby Lobby. I go to the clearance section in the back, and I go to the clearance section in the fabric, because you never know what's going to be over there. One of the fabrics I sent to Wendy one time was from there, and she loved it. It was duck cloth, that green duck cloth. I know that Tamara did that on one of her lives. She didn't have a dye. She just saw the circular waterfall, and she made one. So Crafty Fox Creations, she's done that. So if you want, she has a she does have a YouTube page. So if you she streams on both of them, which I do that too now. So if I ever do anything, I've only been doing it recently, so like past couple of weeks maybe. But if there's ever anything I do on here that y'all are like, I'm probably gonna want to look at that, and it's gonna be past the 30-day mark, it'll be on my YouTube channel. And tomorrow's all of her videos are on there. She's been doing that for a long time. Can't beat a good clearance, huh? Miss Lisa is my crafting mama. I'm gonna call her that from now on. Because yesterday she told me that her oldest kid is only 2 years younger than me. So she's my crafting mom. Because I called her mama in the comments, and she goes, "Are you calling me mom?" I'm like, "You're my crafting mom." Miss Teresa told me she's old enough to be my grandma. I kind of don't believe that part, but I mean, I know Miss Teresa's older. Hey, Krista. I'm folding some pages to put in a journal that I made out of a Fruit Loop box that Miss Victoria sent me. So she was really stretching my mind today, because I've never done that. I've never done a cereal box. So these are going to be my pages. They don't have anything on them. I just started doing it a couple of weeks ago, Carlene. So these are all my pages. Just going to grab my bone folder. I do try to download all my videos before YouTube deletes them. I have not ever been a teacher. That's the fun part, Lisa, is when you find stuff like that. Somebody thought I was a teacher, but I've never been a teacher. And quite honestly, these pages are so thick, you probably could get away with just doing even 3 as a signature. So I was taking apart little golden books yesterday, and I was looking at the pages today, and the signatures in there are only 3 pages each. I'm not kidding. They're 3 pages each. This is a signature. This is a signature. This is a signature in that book. I'm too nervous not to use the die cut. It seems challenging. Yeah. I don't know how easy it is to use to do one of those, because I've never done a circular waterfall. I did see one recently in yep. Miss Lisa thought I was a teacher. What else? I saw one recently, I think, in Reels. So that's 9 pages. Let's do 10, 11. Let's do 3 more. I give off teacher vibes, I guess. I give off teacher vibes. I did play school a lot when I was a kid. My mom and grandma would take me to this store called The Educator that we have here. And they sell teaching supplies. And I had I had a grade book. I had all kinds. I had a chalkboard in my room, my bedroom. I'm not even using the scoring tool now, just folding them. I loved playing class when I was, and I would have all my dolls and stuff be my students. And I would give them worksheets to do. So these are going to be pages in our journal. And I'm trying to see where I put I think it's behind me. Okay, it was behind me the other day. I'm looking for my crochet thread. Where did it go? It was behind me yesterday and I knocked it over, but I know I picked it up. But crochet thread is just like really thick. It's kind of like embroidery floss. Thank you guys for telling me I would be a good teacher. I don't know where my crochet thread went. It was here yesterday. Because I'm just going to use the crochet thread into... I'm just going to wrap it around a couple times in my signatures. So that's what I'm going to do for that. So I'm going to go scroll up and down, and I'm going to pick a name out to give Miss Wendy after the live. If I can get my comments to stroll. Wee, 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 wee. It's a lot easier to do when you have... Oh, I know who mine is. I'm not going to tell y'all. It's going to be a secret. It's not Victoria's Design Secrets, though, because she's in the event. Here is my crochet. Okay, I don't know where it went. I'm going to grab a different one. I had a pink one that I thought would be perfect for this, but I cannot find it. So let me grab a different one to show y'all. Oh, found it. It's on the other side of my table. Found it. This is what crochet thread is. Yep, that's what crochet thread is, you guys. It's just like embroidery floss almost. But it's not as... I guess it's not as thick. I guess I would say it's not as thick. I'm writing this name down before I forget, because my brain don't work all the time. I can't find paper right now. I'm just going to write it on an envelope. And I'm putting it where y'all can't see it. But yeah, so I'm just going to use this to put that in my journal. So let me scroll down actually where the comments are. I need to learn how to make the bookbinder. If I can do it, I'm sure I'm marking it off on my list of intimidating things. Yeah, I would say do that. Also, the box is not really thick. So I'm contemplating doing this on another piece of chipboard or the other piece of the spine that I cut off, because I didn't throw it all away. And I could use that and attach it to it. That way it's a little bit thicker, maybe. I don't know. But I'm over my time, you guys, so I'm sorry that we didn't get very far. But these are the pages that I am going to be using. So I'm just going to put these inside of one another, and we're going to decorate them with the stuff that Victoria sent me. So this could be a signature. I don't know if I'm going to do 3 pages. I probably am going to do at least 6. So I think that would be a good number for this. But I'm just doing... Hey, Christina. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 6, either 6 or 8 in each one. I don't want it to be too thick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So right now I've got enough papers right here for 2. So 2, that's 4, 5, 6. Thank you, Dawn. So I might use the pink one. I don't know. It might clash too much with the cover. Just let me move this and get the cover back. I think it might the pink might clash a little with this. So I do have other colors. I have white ones. I have cream color. I probably even have brown. So one of the reasons I'm also thinking of doing the other piece that was the other end of the box is so I don't have to worry about my threads going over this lace. I would just wrap them on the inside and put it on the inside. So I'm going to keep working on finishing this up. Obviously I'm not going to get it finished, but I'm going to finish working on this part and getting those signatures in since I'm not sewing them. And I'll hopefully have a picture to post in the group soon. And I need to figure out what I want to put on the inside too. So that'll probably dictate what color I use of the floss. So thank you, Miss Tracy, for having me, and Miss Wendy for having me. And I look forward to the next journal mystery box. And I want to thank all of y'all for watching, and I will see you guys. I'll be live again tomorrow, so hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.